Hey everyone, this is Phil Kollar with Polygon, and I'm being joined today by a very special guest. I have Hearthstone senior designer Peter Whalen on the phone. Hey Peter.
Hey, Phil.
We're going to take a look at a few interesting decks to come out of Journey to Goro. It's been about a week since the expansion launched, so there's a lot of cool decks. This time, right after an expansion launch, I think it's always the most exciting for players. I'm sure it's always the most exciting for Blizzard, seeing what weird stuff people come up with the new cards.
Yeah, sure. It's been crazy.
Yeah, and I've been trying a ton of different decks. I put together a list of 5, and we'll see how many we can get through. But we'll actually jump into. I'm switched over to casual from ranked, even though, as you can see, my rank it's nothing to be proud of. But I'm gonna stay on casual anyways. So to start off with, I'm gonna let you choose, Peter. We could take a look at a discard warlock. We can take a look at a quest mage. I've got a silence-based priest. And I've got the One Punch Paladin deck made by
Hemet and
Disguised
Molten
Toast.
Giants?
What's that?
Is that Hemet plus Molten Giants?
It is. It sure is.
Nice. And a very special Druid deck? Are we saving that for last?
Very special Druid deck. We'll save, but this is
All right.
This is one that I this is a goofy one that I wanted to be a nice surprise for you.
Cool. Yeah, let's do the Pally deck. That sounds awesome.
Cool. And I should clarify, this is a great deck that was made by Disguised Toast, who incredible fun Hearthstone streamer and YouTube video creator, and very good at making weird, interesting decks. Not necessarily like super competitive, but weird and interesting. So the thing that makes the One Punch Paladin deck so unique is that it's specifically using the new Hemet card, which I think is maybe one of the weirdest cards in this expansion. I would love to hear some thoughts from you, Peter, on where Hemet came from and how this happened.
Yeah, Hemet's actually one of my favorite cards, probably my actual favorite card in the set.
Sure.
One of the things we try to do is make these open-ended build-around cards where we say, I have no idea what this is going to do, but it's cool, and yeah, that's not great for you.
Sorry, go on.
So Hemet is in that space where we have no idea if it's good or bad or how we're going to use it. We tried a bunch of decks. We played this one a lot. There used to be another card in the set that combined very well with this to make the combo much, much more consistent. We ended up cutting it so that we could ship Hemet.
Sure.
Because, but this deck is pretty fun to me. And I've seen Hemet showing up in all kinds of weird places. Some people were playing it in mid-range Paladin, in Tempo Mage. And it's just
interesting.
Your only cards in Tempo Mage that cost more than 3 are Hemet, Firelance Portal, and Pyroblast, and Fireballs. So you're basically just drawing burn at that point.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's one of those cards that when I saw it announced, that was, my initial reaction was very much in that range of, I don't know how people are going to use this. But that's kind of what's exciting and interesting about it. I want to see how they're going to use it.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too. And it's fun to have those cards where there's a lot of exploration that can happen.
It also seems like the kind of thing that's, potentially really well set up to serve the game moving forward as well for like future expansions. Like maybe it doesn't really find a place in the meta in this expansion, but who knows, like 2-3 expansions down the road, or when we get into a new season of standard next year, maybe suddenly there's like some wild deck that nobody had imagined at this point where Hemet makes perfect sense.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, what are we at here? So I've been saving my Smuggler's Run, just filling up my hand on as much stuff as I can.
Yeah, it seems pretty good. That'll be a pretty good Smuggler's Run.
Yeah, I feel good about this. And maybe get some card draw going, I guess.
Seems good.
It's the worst that could happen. And we're playing here against it looks like a Quest Hunter, which I haven't seen a ton of Hunters running the Quest yet. I've been meaning to try and put together a Quest Hunter deck, but I love the Quest reward for this. I think it's so interesting.
Yeah,
I haven't seen a ton of people rolling with it yet.
I I like the Hunter quest quite a bit. There's a cool dream there. We used to show it to people, and they say, "Oh yeah, of course, hunters play a bunch of 1-drops, and then you just get infinite raptors." It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's smart. Oh, that scavenging hyena. I don't like that.
Okay, he has no beasts.
Oh, it's beasts only.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot. It's been a while.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Whew. Okay, we're good. Scavenging hyena is fine then. It can stay. All right.
That's not bad.
Yeah, not at all.
It's not bad.
Not bad at all.
And there you go.
There we go. What do I want to do here? Does Acolyte make sense?
If you
Does
have Acolyte...
Doomsayer make sense?
Doomsayer makes some amount of sense going into Hemet turn.
Yeah,
So
because you want to play. So this is I don't have a ton of experience with this deck yet. You want to play Hemet immediately, right? Essentially.
Yeah, and then you just win.
And then you just win. I do like winning an awful lot.
You're going to be about 2/3 to win. Once you play Hemet, it's just a question whether you draw the Molten Giant or whether you draw your Holy Wraths.
Yeah, that is always the question. Let's hold. Let's hold on Hemet. I guess what I want is to have a Holy Wrath in hand already, if possible.
It shouldn't change your odds, right? It's a question whether you draw the Molten Giant before the Holy Wraths.
Yeah.
So it should be about the same. But this looks like you might just win on Smuggler's Run value.
Yeah, I might just win the wrong way with this deck. No wrong way to win.
Right, of course.
I'm just gonna play these Molten Giants the way that
Just
I
have to
would
get
regular.
Yeah. 19 turns from now, right?
Yeah.
Get up
it's
to 24 mana crystals.
That's how it works. That's how it should work.
Eh?
Unfortunately, my opponent, Mergy, is taking their time. They don't realize that we're on video.
Well, they're trying to figure out what's going on with your deck.
That could be. That's very likely. Okay. So you think I should play Hemet right now?
I think it's more fun that way, right?
It is. You're right.
You just go all in.
Oh, but these are gonna...
Yeah, probably you want to equality first. And just do this turn.
Just bounce them.
Yeah, equality, kill the 2 beasts.
Uh-oh.
Oh, good. Oh, you got it. Huh. Yeah, now I guess you just set up.
How many cards do I even have? I barely have any cards left anyways.
You've already drawn your whole deck, yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of card draw in this. Like, a lot of card draw in this.
And so now you Hemet and it's 50-50, right? Because you're going to have 2 cards left. One of them's the Giant. If you draw that next turn, that's bad. And the other's the Holy Wrath. And if you draw that, you're in pretty good shape.
Let's do it. Let's give it a shot.
I love that effect.
That's really good. That was the first time I've ever seen that. I actually crafted Hemet in order to make this deck.
Definitely worth it.
All right, let's...
All right, here goes.
I have 8 cards. Okay, I'm fine. Let's
Yep, 50-50.
Whew. Fingers crossed. Don't fail me, Disguised Toast. I know you're out there watching over this. Here we go.
And
They still got 4 mana, so maybe they're...
I'm almost out of cards.
moment of truth.
Oh, yes!
Yes! Oh, it was worth it.
We did it! The dream!
Nice.
Oh man. Yeah, so that is very much a luck-based deck there, but man, that feels good.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's
cool.
going to be the new competitive thing, but it's pretty fun.
And I love showing off just like what you can do with Hemet again, like with such an interesting card. Let's take a look at this mage deck. Let's take a look at the quest mage, because this is some of the most fun I've had over the last the last week or so, messing around with the new expansion. Obviously the mage quest is pretty powerful. You unlock the ability to take an extra turn, that's a pretty crazy ability.
Yes, it is.
That's pretty huge. And I know I've seen some stuff where you guys kind of said outright that this is like maybe the one thing you put into this expansion that you were terrified of being too powerful.
Well, kind of all of the quests. There's always some danger that any of them could just be too good. We have all of them at a pretty reasonable power level where they have really exciting, crazy rewards, really legendary rewards. So that all of those cards are always pretty scary, where here are these cards that do insane things that we've never done before. What if one of them goes wrong?
Yeah, absolutely. Thus far, at this point in the expansion, obviously very early in its life, how are you feeling about that? Are you feeling like it's turning out pretty good? Is there anything you think might be overpowered? I know in the first 2 days, it seemed like Quest Rogue was everywhere and people thought that was overpowered. It seems like it's maybe died down a little bit. What are you guys feeling internally?
I'm actually really happy. There's 2 quests that seem like they're sort of top tier, seeing lots and lots of play, the Rogue Quest and the Warrior Quest.
Sure.
And then there's a handful of other quests that are maybe tier 2 or people are experimenting with and playing a fair amount of. The Murloc Quest, the Mage Quest, there's a handful of them that sort of that level.
Yeah,
and that's
I've definitely seen some
perfect.
folks messing around with the Murloc one. That seems cool.
Yeah, so I'm actually really happy. One of our goals was definitely not to have all of the decks in the expansion be quest decks, but having sort of 2-3 quest decks be, see lots of competitive play, I think is perfect.
Sure.
If I could have just like waved a magic wand and have it be something like that, I think that's right around where I would have done it.
Absolutely.
So I'm personally really happy.
Cool. That's great. What do we want here? Let's take a fireball. By the way, I will mention Primordial Glyph, absolutely one of my favorite cards in the new expansion. Turns out it's real powerful, especially in Arena.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that one. There's a lot of choice, and mage spells in general are pretty good. So you're actually making interesting discover choices. A lot of discover cards historically, I felt like there's an obvious choice and 2 bad cards. With
Yes.
Primordial Glyph, it feels like there's like actually a lot of choice.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, it's just emphasizing, and this is always been the fun of discover cards, but it's really emphasizing that strategy. You have to like pick what are you going for here.
Yeah, exactly. I think Hydrologist is one of my favorite cards in this expansion too, for that same reason.
Kabbalist
Nice.
Tome into Kabbalist Tome. Never
Infinite
bad.
Valley.
Also another ice block, so that's 3 ice blocks in this deck. All good things.
Nice.
This is
This is going okay.
thumbs up, 100%. Yeah, I'm terrible at Arena, but I've been having some real fun with Arena in this expansion, and in particular, I had a great Arena run, 8-win Arena run, which again, like I'm terrible at Arena, so 8 wins is like bonkers for me. But yeah, I had a great 8-win Arena run with a mage where I had 2 Primordial Glyphs, 2 Meteors, and a Flame Strike.
Nice.
Can't really go wrong with those choices.
That seems pretty good.
I want to use my fireball, but I'm not sure where to use it.
Good Fireball to 2/7. Seems okay.
Yeah, that's probably fine, I guess.
Sets up for Blizzard next turn. Seems okay.
That's a good call. Yeah. Turns out you know a thing or two about about this game.
I like this deck a lot. I've played a lot of this deck in the last week.
Oh yeah, so
different versions of it.
Yeah, here's my question to you, and this is important. You kind of reminded me. I'd forgotten to explain that, but there are definitely multiple versions of the Mage Quest deck. The most common ones I've seen are the one that I'm playing, which uses Arcane Giants and Molten Reflection. And then there's a very popular one that is Molten Reflection, Archmage Antonitis, and and
Sorcerer's Apprentices.
Sorcerer's Apprentice. Thank you. So that you can kind of get a if you get it all set up perfectly, you can get an unlimited free fireball rotation going. Which version are you using? Which do you prefer?
I've played them both. There's also a hybrid one that's doing both.
Oh.
So you just spend the giants as just value guys because it turns out 8/8s are really good.
Yeah.
There's another version that I think Strifecrow is playing that's just a value deck. The goal isn't to OTK the person with the quest, it's just to use it to generate value, and sometimes you OTK them, but it's just a deck. Which I thought was really interesting. I haven't played any of that yet.
Yeah, I actually did see that one this morning as I was looking through some decks, deciding what I was going to put together for this. I saw that and was like, oh, maybe I should change the one that I'm using, but I'm so used to this one that I was like, I'll stick with this. Yeah,
I like this version too. We've described it a little bit internally as a fun version of Freeze Mage, where it's a little bit more fun to play because there's more variance.
That's exactly what it is. That's a great way of putting it, because oh, this is nice. Okay.
Oh, this is looking good. How close are you on a quest?
I think I've got 3 of 6. So I need to Blizzard again, I think.
That's good.
No, I don't. Just take him out this way.
You could Kabbalist Tome and then Giant. Set up.
Oh, I want to save that Giant, though.
All right, sure.
I got to save him. That might be a mistake. We'll see what happens.
You have 2 reflections?
I can't remember if I have 2 or 1 in this one. That's a good question. Also, I might just be dead. Uh-oh.
Well, we can Alex ourselves next turn. So we have at least a little bit of time.
That is true. Worst case scenario.
Yeah, worst case scenario.
There's that Molten Reflection.
And but you can't set off the quest this turn, right?
Yeah, I cannot. Oh, I think we do have to Alex or Kabbalist Tome and pray that we get an ice block, which is maybe the bad thing to do.
That seems lower odds. Alex seems pretty safe. We could die a bit. It happens.
What do you think about that, warrior? But yeah, no, the Freeze Mage thing is absolutely correct. Like, I never was a fan of either playing against or playing myself Freeze Mage. But this deck has kind of sold me on that style a little more. It feels a little more strategic, a little more interesting.
Yeah, there's more variance between games too. Freeze Mage, a lot of the time you just did the same thing every time.
Yeah.
This one, because you have to put all these random spells into your deck, there's more variation between games.
And sometimes you just lose real bad.
And sometimes you just lose real bad. That happens too. Freeze Mage had that too, though.
Absolutely.
Uh-oh. Barrier's good.
That'll do something.
Maybe.
Oh yes, so much shield. Who gave this warrior all that shield? All that armor? Must be a bug in the game, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
That's the only explanation I can figure out.
Squire, attend me.
Uh-oh.
Ready, sir.
It's actually okay.
Squire, attend me.
Interesting. This is an interesting warrior deck also. I don't think this is kind of like a... Oh. This helps.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Probably Blizzard, right? Oh, okay. Never mind, sorry.
No, yeah, that probably would have been better.
Well, at least this way you're 100% safe.
To battle.
I'm just gonna dig in. I'm just gonna start
All right.
wrecking that armor.
Sounds good. We're all in.
Okay.
Oh, he's not going to break the block. That's great.
Yeah, that's actually that's excellent.
So he's at 41, so 43 after hero power. You can get 16 damage and giants on the board. It's not quite fast enough. Well, do we go for it? And just
Should we just
giant...
go for it? Yeah, because we don't have Alex Straza to play anymore, so we can always Blizzard too.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we just go for it.
All right, let's do it. It's going to be close.
I think it's time.
Job done.
Okay.
Oh, lovely. Okay,
Nice.
so Blizzard first.
An incredible discovery.
Nice.
Perfect.
Nice.
All right,
We're doing it.
I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. It's going to be, as you said, very close.
It's going to be pretty close.
Astonishing.
All right.
Great. Can roll with that.
It's looking pretty good.
I'm feeling good about this. If they've got a, you know, like a brawl or something that could.
Yeah, brawl would be not great for us.
I mean, we could still pull it out even with, but I think we did it.
Nice.
Peter, I've got to get you on the phone for all of my games.
Hey, I'm just lucky. It's been good. We got the
Because-
Hemet roll. We got this one.
Yeah. We did it. And now they're not ending turn. They're BMing us. I think you got to ban this account. I think if that's.
Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty cruel.
It is pretty cruel.
They're gonna wait us.
They might
Wait
have
us
just
out for
forgot.
70 seconds. Yeah, they just walked away. They were
It's-
just in disgust.
It's entirely possible. What's the?
Yeah,
let me ask you this while we're waiting
Sure.
here. What's the secret to this volcano?
Yeah. So actually, some people on Reddit figured it out in the last day or so. There's a musical tune that you can play on the drums. So if you do bongo, so the left one, and then the top leaf or the uppermost leaf. So bongo,
Bongo.
leaf, the one below that. Sorry.
This one.
Yep. Shell,
Shell.
leaf, the same one that you just did,
Leaf.
and then the one above it.
And then other leaf.
That one. Yep.
Oh! It did it! Oh, that is magical.
I really like that one. And then the embers fall down. It's great.
Yeah,
And-
that's real good. Yeah, no, I saw some posts on the Reddit, but I did not see directly how to do it in there.
Yeah. So that one of our effects guys and our sound guy tied that together, and the little tune that you play is the tune from the beginning or the end of the cinematic,
Oh.
where it does the epic music, and that's
Excellent.
That's that.
So Peter, how much longer do you have? Because I don't want to keep you here too long. I might just jump over to this druid deck quick, or to cap things off.
I think we got about 30 minutes left. I don't know what the plan for the stream was, but
Oh, cool. Okay, great. Well then, yeah. Do you want to do discard lock or silence priest?
let's do some purify.
Let's do some purify. This is one people have been trying with every expansion to make work, and now some folks think they've solved it. Some folks think they've cracked it, and they've made a silence-based priest deck that works.
Yeah, this was hitting high legend, so it's actually pretty cool.
I have not messed around with this one too much. So any tips you want to give as I'm going, please do. It seems like the new priest legendary helps quite a bit. I forget the legendary's name. Lyra, is that right?
Yeah, Lyra.
Lyra. Thank you.
Lyra the Sun Shard. I would just mulligan all of it and look for Razor Leafs and Ancient Watchers.
Yeah, that seems to be the best choice. There we go.
That's pretty good.
That's not a bad opening hand. Yeah, so it seems like the new priest legendary helps a lot, as well as obviously the humongous Razor Leaf. Giant minion, but it can't attack unless you silence it.
Yeah, that just came from a top-down design. We were sitting around saying, okay, what needs to be in on Goro? And we said, oh, giant plants, of course.
Of course.
And what do you know about giant plants? Well, plants don't move.
Yeah,
So it can't, hence humongous Razor Leaf. It can't attack. It can't move. Yeah, I really think the card that ties this deck together is Shadow Visions from Ungoro, because it gets you all of the pieces that you need.
Yeah. Yeah, and unfortunately, I should mention, in putting this deck together, I discovered, A, that I only have one Shadow Visions thus far, and B, that I did not have quite enough dust to craft a second one. So this is not the perfect or ideal version of this deck, but I do have
That's okay.
Lyra
I think
the
it'll
Sun
work
Shard.
just fine. Nice. I really like her. I think she's a lot of fun to play. She's a weird sort of Antonidas or lock and load.
Right away.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've got to say, like, the lock and load effect is always one I've loved. So seeing Lyra is great. Seeing the Beast Stampede spell is great in Hunters.
Yep.
I had another very good arena run as a Hunter where I used the Stampede and got some fun cards out of that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Let's, oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, let's pop down a Razor Leaf friend.
Right away.
And one thing that in the few games of this that I have played, one of the fun mistakes that I've made previously is using Divine Spirit on your Razor Leaf and then
And
silencing
purifying it. Yeah.
Not a great choice. Not ideal, honestly.
Yeah, that's not perfect.
All right, so we have another one.
$416 seems good.
That's a big beefy plant, honestly.
It is a humongous plant.
There's more plant there than is absolutely necessary.
Yeah, that's a lot of plant. It's pretty good for you.
All right, well, let's toss this guy down.
Oh yeah.
Heal up our boy a little bit. Yeah, this is going just fine.
Yeah, 517 taunt. It's not bad. Yeah, I think that's one of the other things that's been fun for this expansion is that we've had cards like Purify and Gadgets and Ferryman and Wisp and Morose that haven't historically been so powerful, and they're seeing play in these top decks.
Absolutely.
I think pretty cool.
Yeah, I think when you can introduce something that takes old cards and makes them work in new ways, I think that's ideal. Now here's the question is, do I want to throw down the Watcher and taunt this in the Watcher, or do I just want to add taunt to our current boy? I'll throw this down regardless.
Sounds good.
I think I want to taunt up our current guy because I can actually attack with him.
Sounds good.
My shield for Argon.
He's still a 5/9 taunt. He's like,
2/5/9 taunts.
he's pretty good.
Nothing wrong with that. Hard to complain.
A little
so
bit
looks
bigger
like,
than the Jade guys.
Looks like we're up here against a fairly traditional Jade Druid with a couple of the new cards put in. Jade Druid still seems pretty strong. I'm curious where it's going to land in the overall expansion, but
Yeah, me too.
let's just maybe pop him off. I'll just heal.
Seems pretty good. He's up to
Always
514. We just need an inner
So-
fire here.
So you mentioned that you've been playing a lot of the Quest Mage. What other decks have you been up to?
Oh man, every night I get home and my Twitter just has like 5 new decks that I want to try, and so I just
Sure.
I just do them all. So that's really, I've just been experimenting with a ton of stuff. Quest Mage is a lot of fun. I've been playing a bunch of the mid-range Paladin decks. I was playing a lot of anything before rotation,
Okay.
so I've been having some fun with that. There's like a cool Elemental deck. There's a Murloc deck. There's some more controlling ones. Honestly, I've tried all of the classes in probably 30 different decks in the last week. It's been awesome. Oh, nice.
Perfect.
That was pretty good.
Well, you know, sometimes you just have to swing to face with 16 damage.
Pretty good.
Can't complain about that. Yeah, I got pretty lucky with that silence there.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Gotta
I'm
guess
feeling optimistic here.
maybe he's digging for a naturalize if he's got a naturalize or something.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine what else he could find.
Yeah. You gotta do your due diligence though, you never know.
Earthen Scales is pretty good.
Okay, he's
He's up to 18.
get as much armor as humanly possible and try and take this big fellow out.
It's not enough, but you know, that's fine.
Well,
That was cool.
I like Lyra a lot, it turns out.
That's cool.
All right, we've got time to do both of these, I think.
Sweet.
So let's
Yeah,
think about
as
this
long
one.
as I get to see the special druid deck. I've been excited about this since last night when you emailed about it.
Oh yeah, you're gonna see the special druid deck. I'm so excited.
Cool.
And I will explain where this came from as well when we get into it. Maybe it's one you've already seen, but I hope not.
Cool. I'm excited.
All right.
Gul'dan versus Valir.
Here we've got a rogue against this disco lock. So I've seen a lot of the discard warlock rather not running the quest.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually like the quest a lot, so I've been running it with the quest.
Sweet. Yeah, I think the quest is pretty good. I think the non-quest version is also very good.
Yeah.
It's much more aggressive.
Yes, absolutely true.
One of the other things I really like about the quests is that even the ones that don't see competitive play right now might in the future. They're all
Yes.
kind of open-ended, so there's opportunities for maybe if the Warlock quest isn't powerful enough to add more discard cards or things in that sort of controlling vein.
Yeah. And here we have the quest rogue.
Mr. Rogue, yeah.
So probably not great for this deck. Probably not a great matchup on our end, but we'll see what we can do. Let's go ahead and
Get it out! Get it out!
I think he's going to finish his quest pretty soon.
you know it's moving along at a pretty fast clip. That helps.
Card. So if he has prep, he just gets to finish it next turn?
Should I take
It's
one of
not
these out
quite-
just to be safe? I probably should.
Yeah, I guess he's still a turn off, because he still needs to play 3 more little flame elemental guys. He has them in his hand, he just has to play them. So he's 1 mana off. Unless he has coin. I think he played coin.
Quest is finished, but yeah, you can't, I don't think you can activate it.
No, I think he spent
Well-
coin on turn 2 to play Igneous Elemental. So I think we're okay. We'll just have it go off next turn.
Oh yeah. Also, most of the discard locks are not running Cruel Dinomancer. I am specifically just because I think it's a cool ass card. I just really like its design a lot.
Once upon a time, and it had Taunt, and then if the only card you discarded was a Cruel Dinomancer, your opponent couldn't win anymore.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so we changed that because
That's really good. Well, this isn't looking great.
not the best.
There's that Stone Tusk Core here to win
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
Well, I could give him 2 5/5 Welves. No.
Are you close to the quest? How close are you on the quest? I thought maybe we could finish the quest and have that be our consolation prize.
I mean, we'll get close to finishing it at least.
Yeah, could still happen. Soulfire off the top.
Oh,
Maybe not. Yeah, okay, that's not great.
I think I might be dead. I think I might be really, really dead.
I think that's possible.
Well, congrats to Ruben for breaking my streak and for embarrassing me in front of a Hearthstone developer.
That's all right. We've been doing pretty well. Oh, and you got
And look
2
at
out of
that.
your 15 demons. That's
2 out
great.
of 15. Okay, so very special Druid deck. This was a thing that I found, you know, obviously when a new expansion comes out, I'm so interested in like what people are playing, what people are creating. I pay a lot of attention to the various, like to Reddit and to various streamers, and I spend a lot of time on Hearthstone just looking at what decks people are submitting. This is a deck that I saw pop up on the first night of Goro.
Okay.
As I was looking at decks people were submitting, I'm like, okay, what should I play tonight? What should I test out? What are people coming up with? I saw this one, and I felt it. I had to test it out. There's a theme in this deck, and I want to see if you can determine as I play it what the theme is.
Oh no, now I'm on the spot.
Yeah, it's fun
Cool.
though. It's a fun theme. I think you'll dig it, and it's
Cool.
a theme that I think, in particular, the additions of Journey to Goro, the cards that you added here, made possible in a way that it certainly was not possible previous. All right, we're up against a shaman. Look at these. Look at these delicious cards.
Well, so far it looks like Elise and the Turtles.
Well, you figured out the theme kind of already.
Nice.
This is an all-turtle deck.
Nice.
It's every turtle that's in the game, basically.
That's awesome.
Um,
Do we have the 2/7 too?
the what?
There's like a 2/7 vanilla from Classic that's just a turtle.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, that's here.
Oasis Snapjaw.
Yeah, that's what it is. I played this deck with a friend. I was like, I'm just going to play my really bad deck, but that I think is super fun. And the friend was like, messaged me after the game and was like, why was Oasis Snapjaw?
That's awesome. Well, no turtles, so.
I think we want this 5/7.
Seems good.
I really like Tortolan Primalist. It's better than I expected.
That's
I
cool.
really
That
like
card's fun.
Eggnapper. That's better than I expected.
Yeah, Eggnapper's been great. It's been seeing a lot of play in the token lists. It's cool.
Yeah, and it's very, very good in Arena as well, which has been nice. Let's get this Shell Shifter out there.
Sounds good.
We'll just keep putting up a taunt wall. We're up against Murloc Shaman, so we're seeing yet another. The nice thing, too, is, and this is always exciting at this time of Hearthstone, but as we're seeing just with our opponents, we're getting to see a ton of the new deck types as well.
Yeah, for sure.
And arguably a ton of people playing them better than I know how, so that's cool. There's our
there's your Oasis Snapjaw.
golden Oasis Snapjaw, not just a regular one.
Nice. It's going to be good with Mark of the Wild.
Yeah, we'll throw that down. think we're gonna win. I'm just gonna call it now.
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna win. Turtle power.
I mean, who could stop the power of all these turtles?
Slow and steady.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. That was a good lightning storm for us. That was the best we could have hoped for, basically. I'm just gonna go ahead and... I got 2 Golden Oasis Snapjaws. Wow.
That's pretty good. Were there any other turtles before Angoro?
Other than Oasis Snapjaw, I don't think so. I think the person who put together this deck made a joke about... oh, there was a Paladin card, the Tuskar.
Oh, he's riding a turtle?
Yeah, I think so.
Is he riding a walrus? I can't remember.
I can't remember what it was, but he made a joke about it being a turtle, or how it should have counted, but it's rotating out.
And it's not in Druid either.
Also that. But I don't think there's any other big turtles that I can think of.
Well, I'm glad Angoro contributed that to the game. Oh, nice. You have Yogg-Saron.
Oh yeah, just because there's also a lot of like randomness in this deck. I think they threw in Yogg-Saron, even though there's not actually a lot of spells necessarily.
It's cool. Tortolan Primalist used to be called Yoggosaurus.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's wonderful. Yeah, I think one of my favorite things about the new turtles as well is like the art for them is so good.
It's so good.
It's so goofy in a way that I very much appreciate.
Yeah, the concepting artist just did a fantastic job. They just came up with the Tortolans basically from scratch, and then all of our external artists did these drawings, and they're fantastic.
Are the Tortolans in World of Warcraft?
They are not.
Yeah, see, I thought as much from my many years of playing WoW. I didn't remember them. But I also, you know, WoW is obviously a big game, so I was like, I'm probably just misremembering, or maybe I missed them or something. Yeah. Oh, look at that.
It's at 6. He's getting there.
All right, let's... I think we should do it.
Yeah, let's do it. It's going to be awesome. What can go wrong?
What could go wrong? Oh, perfect.
Seems good.
Bite's great.
It's great.
For the wilds.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Ideal.
That was pretty good.
That turned out just fine. I also am pretty impressed by the Stonehill Defender, which is the Discover a Taunt.
Yeah, that card's been really good.
Yeah, it's one that, you know, I think when you guys announced it, it was one of the ones that I looked at and was like, I don't know. Because of the stats, right? The stats are not
Yeah, for sure.
the most impressive thing, but people have been finding a lot of use for it, and it's been cool to see. Let's drop that. Let's get our attack. Kill that thing. Cool.
Yeah, I feel like that was one of the cards that was really important in making the Quest Warrior deck work.
Yes, absolutely. I also saw I've seen a lot of people using it in Paladin.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
Paladin has so many good class taunts.
Yeah, the only class taunts are the 3 class legendaries.
Yeah.
So you're really likely to get those because class cards are much more likely to come out of Discovers.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're all pretty good. So like
Yeah.
it's hard to feel bad about any of those. Let's go ahead and do that to face. Kill that. Look at this. I'm
good.
I'm actually gonna win it.
Yeah, well, you told us on like turn 2.
I did say that. If this person doesn't concede, which I'm hoping they won't, I'm just gonna toss out Yogg-Saron.
Sounds good. How many spells have you cast?
Not a ton. Maybe like 4 or 5.
Okay, cool.
But enough that it could swing the game either way.
was a pretty bad lightning storm. That was good for us.
Yeah, both the lightning storms have been bad.
All right, so we have lethal, but we're gonna Yogg.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to use lethal. That's a
That's just cheating.
rookie mistake.
All right, nice.
Okay, that's actually more damage technically.
That's cool. We get to adapt them all next turn. It's gonna be great.
Also, Yogg is the best thing you guys have ever put in this game. Just as a heads up.
Cool. Yeah, he's a lot of fun to play.
I think in particular after the change that you guys did where he stops casting spells if he gets destroyed or morphed or whatever or silenced. That in particular has made him very, very good.
Yeah, I've enjoyed Yogg a lot. Like the first couple times you play him, he's amazing. I'm glad that he's seeing a lot less competitive play though.
Yeah, absolutely, exactly. Cool. So we got to check
That
out
was
some
cool.
pretty fun decks there. A lot of these are pretty readily available if you search for them, but I will try and throw in some links in the YouTube description for this video. But thank you so much, Peter, for joining me.
Yeah, thank you. This was fun. We got to
Yeah.
win with the Pally deck. Hemet did some good work. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun, and hopefully we can have you back when the next expansion comes out and show off whatever cool decks come out of that.
Yeah, this was great. It was really nice talking to you.
Thanks for watching, everybody, and enjoy Journey to Ngoro.